guys. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Happy Wednesday. It's Humpty Wednesday. Um, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to Dana with the Data podcast. So I know the last Wednesday of this month, I think it's Christmas. So I won't be doing a show. And maybe I may take off the rest of this month. I don't know. However, hi guys. So let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Just please put something in the chat. Thank you. Hello, Mel. And today we're going to have a good show. Listen, I want to talk about the New Jersey drones. Of course, I'm having P. Ray come on. We're going to talk about the migrant crisis throughout this nation and what's going on in Chicago. P. Ray is moving, shaking, and popping, honey. And I'll always have her come on Wednesdays when she's available to talk about that. Love having her on the platform. Trump was just named Times Person of the Year. Congratulations to him, and it's well deserved. It is. He's the winner. Now, there are other names floating around. Kamala Harris was one of them. Her little cheerleading squad that she has left was, trying to push it out there in the media. It should be her. Why? She lost. She's a loser. And he's the winner. So, yeah, I think Time Magazine got it right. So, congratulations to Trump. We will miss you. No, but you still want to see me. But it's the holiday, so you have to take a little break. So, New Jersey drones, migrant crises, and what I'm going to start off with is, of course, Jay-Z, honey. Yes. So, me and Judge Joe Brown talked about Jay-Z on Monday in the Man Up show. And of course, I chop up the show and upload it as clips. And one of the clips is doing very well with views. So I said, well, let me just stay on this Jay-Z train a little bit because some things that I think we need to just be asking questions about. Let's not rush to judgment. But what about his empire? What about his empire? We have seen other celebrities, whether it's Bill Cosby, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, what have you, with just one accusation. And that's how it all starts. Just one person accusing you of something, whether it happened yesterday or 50 years ago. It starts with that one. And then you just see the pathway of destruction. Now, these people who are named Bill Cosby, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, they're still wealthy. They're not broke, but nobody wants to touch them. You get what I'm saying? So is Jay-Z headed down that same path? Is this the brink of the Jay-Z empire? Is that going to spill off on Beyonce and her empire? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. This is not the brink of collapse for Jay-Z. And I'm going to tell you why in this show. Hi, Food Chill. So, guys, please like this video. It's very important that you like it. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share this video. Share on all your social media platforms. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell button to get notifications. And I'm glad you guys are here. We're going to have a good show. Very informative show today. So I do want to start off with talking about New Jersey drones. Just a little side note, when I do my Thursday shows with the judge, Man Up with Judge Joe Brown and me, the real Dana, I always come on and I do a monologue. And I'm going to save, I already know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow for my monologue. And it is about you viewers. So I'll save that. So it's no monologue. I'm just going to jump right into the Jay-Z. Thank you, ancestors. Avenge the ancestors. Hello, Dana. Love the hat. BBY. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Appreciate you. Guys, just before I get into it, I put, again, a goal in the chat. So 10 $5 super chats, and you get a personally shout out from me. So if you would like to contribute to this channel, please do so. Okay, so let's get into it. New Jersey drones. That's what I want to start with right now. Why do we have why do we have drones flying over the state of New Jersey and the military don't know why? Nobody knows why. So it says here, U.S. military, New Jersey mystery drones aren't ours. Unidentified drones are swarming New Jersey skies, including military sites and Trump's Bedminster Golf Club. Reports started mid-November with dozens spotted on Monday night, says New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. What is this? Picatinny Arsenal confirmed 11 sightings, but denies involvement while the FAA, FBI, and DHS are investigating. White House officials ruled out foreign control, but the drone's source remains unknown. For now, officials assure there's no known threat. I'm calling BS on that. Still feels like a sci-fi plot waiting to unfold. Exactly. Now, you could purchase a throne from Walmart or Amazon, and people have it as a toy, right? As a hobby. And maybe this is just some high school kids or even college kids messing around with drones and flying in all over New Jersey. But this is where they've been spotted at military bases in Morris County, Somerset County. That's where National Golf Club Bedminster is. Trenton, Burlington, Camden, even Essex County. Even Essex County. And I'm like, well, what y'all trying to look at? Because the biggest city in New Jersey is Newark, New Jersey. But the question is, why the FBI, the FAA, the DHS, why don't you know where these drones are coming from? Why are they hovering over the military base? That is a problem. That is a major problem. Let's see here.
House lawmakers trying to get answers about drone sightings in the skies over New Jersey and Staten Island. Correspondent Nate Ford reports tonight from Morristown, New Jersey.
The fact that we don't know what's flying in our airspace is only the tip of the iceberg. What's to come? We have to fix this.
Today, lawmakers on Capitol Hill raised questions about the United States' ability to defend against drone attacks and counter surveillance operations.
The American people are looking at us and they think that we're lying to them because they think, how could you possibly not have answers to drones flying over some of the most critical airspace in the country?
In recent months, swarms of unidentified drones flew over the Langley Air Force Base in Virginia, the southern border in Texas, and now nearly every night in New Jersey and New York for 3 weeks.
The president is aware. So we're closely tracking the activity and coordinating closely with relevant agency, including DHS and FBI.
But the FBI doesn't have answers.
We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that.
House Speaker Mike Johnson promises to keep working on it.
We need straight answers, of course. If we are concerned about drones and all these new technologies and what it might mean for national security and the safety of the American citizens.
Any thought these might be dark programs?
I hope not. I don't believe so, but there's a lot of investigation going on, so we'll find out.
Congressman Jeff Van Drew tells Fox News he's concerned it could be a foreign adversary conducting surveillance, like last year's Chinese spy balloon.
China is one full decade ahead of us. And if this shows us anything, it shows us that we need to do better.
While the concern grows in New Jersey.
There's a lot of fear because there's no solid answers being provided.
Tomorrow morning, starting at 10 a.m., New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy will host 2 separate briefings with New Jersey mayors as well as state leaders and authorities. While the investigation continues, today the FBI said they've received more than 3,000 tips, and they continue analyzing all the images that continue pouring in. Brett?
We'll continue asking questions. Nate Foy in Morristown. Nate, thanks.
So here's the problem. Why is it that Congress, our military, our president, the FAA, the FBI don't know where they're coming from? So it's two things. Either they're lying, and I think they are, and they know, or we don't have enough sophisticated equipment. They don't want to admit. I think they're lying because this administration will have to admit having an open border and a whole bunch of people came in here unvetted, undocumented, and we know a lot of them were known terrorists, sleeper cells, highly intelligent. Ain't no telling what type of equipment they were bringing in here. So now we have dozens of drones flying over the state of New Jersey and New York City for the past 3 weeks. And you mean to tell me you don't know where it's coming from? That is a major problem. How can you expect the American people to have faith in our government? I don't. Now, in the state of Florida, because mind you, New Jersey, you cannot, it's not an open carry state. So you can have a gun, but you have to have a permit and a license, and you have to only keep it in your home. Florida is another situation because this man, he's a retiree. He's seen a drone flying over his home and he took out his shotgun and shot it. And that's what I would say to the people in New Jersey. When you're seeing these drones flying over your neighborhood, shoot it down. But because they have strict gun laws, you can't even do that. So who in the hell is spying on us or on them? Are these drones? You could actually carry guns or machines or bombs with a drone. It's all types of things. It's not just a camera to look at stuff. So yeah, in Florida, they could shoot it down and they will not get in trouble for that. But what I'm trying to get at here is, where are these damn drones coming from? Who is controlling it? What are they looking for, right? What are they looking for? And how about our military or somebody take the shit down, disable it, take it down? That is a problem. That is a major problem. So I just want to highlight that. I may talk more about that tomorrow. Not really, because I moved out of New Jersey. So that's their problem, not mine. So let's get into it. Jay-Z. They want another Diddy so bad. And when I say they, I'm talking about you, the people, the media. People are automatically saying this man is guilty. We don't even know the true story about what happened. We don't know what this woman looked like. We don't even know her name. We don't even know how old she is now, unless you do the calculations yourself. But I want to do a quick background story of why I'm even talking about Jay-Z and how we got here. So I want to play this clip from Inner City Press. He gets it first on the ground in the courtrooms in New York.
Okay, here we are. Lee Press here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. Now, there's a lot to be done, but there's a brewing battle of the Titans. In one of the Sean Combs civil cases, Jay-Z was named. We reported that first. It happened on Sunday night. Well, there's been further developments, of course. Jay-Z has appeared in the case by means of Alex Spiro, the lawyer for Eric Adams and others, who's gone on said that the Jane Doe has to have her name, disclosed and the case should be dismissed. And this is a shakedown. That's the word that he used yesterday in the filing. Well, the Buzbee firm of Texas responded saying that these filings are totally improper. They're essentially press releases masquerading as legal argument. The only issue before the judge is whether Jane Doe can continue with that name and not her real name. And this is being allowed in some cases and not in others. In any case, it's brewing, and I'm thinking this may be our next project. Given that the Diddy 2 was blocked, would Jay-Z versus Buzbee be blocked? It's a purely legal. It's a legal fight, and it's one that believe it or not, we're interested in. Now, on the more serious.
All right, so I just wanted to play him because he just gave a quick synopsis of when we all know this lawsuit from Jane Doe included Jay-Z on Sunday. Jay-Z responded, right? But I want to talk about Jay-Z empire, right? Jay-Z's net worth. This man has dozens of businesses. He is the first hip hop billionaire. He really is. So when you have this type of accusations and, you have these sponsorships with companies, these partnerships, that affects your business to damn near, it could be a collapse. So Jay-Z hip-hop's first billionaire, how he makes his money. His net worth is $2.5 billion. Let's make this bigger. He has built a fortune on clothing, music streaming, liquor, TIDAL. Of course, he founded Rockefeller in 1995, but I want to move forward. Rockaware in 1990 to 2007, and he sold that. He used to be, he held a percentage in the Brooklyn Nets, but he sold that in 2013 or 2012. He bought TIDAL. And but he ended up selling TIDAL in 2021. So in 2015, he bought a company, the music streamer company TIDAL, but he sold it, pocketing $100 million in 2021. So he buys companies, bring up his values, and then he sell it triple for what he bought it for, which is good business. He is a brilliant businessman. He earned millions with his liquor brands, Armand de Brenat and de Use, whatever. He sold 50% of the liquor to Hennessy, Moet and Hennessy. And he signed a $200 million deal with Live Nation in 2017. He's involved over the years from Roc Nation to private jets. Yeah. He has a luxury marijuana brand. So he, on his own, not including Beyonce, on his own, Jay-Z has accumulated millions and billions of dollars. Yes, his business. Yes, it's cutthroat. It is. Yes, he was backstabbed too. He probably backstabbed people. It's business. It's capitalism. It's greed. Right? So in 2023, Jay-Z network, it hit 2.5 billion. This article didn't say anything about Beyonce money. And it's probably, maybe it's a little bit of combination, but so if you bring in Beyonce, you're talking about 3 billion. Easy. A little over 3 billion with her wealth. This is beyond a power couple. But a lot of times, all it takes is just one accusation to bring it all down. $2.5 billion. Now, there were a lot of people who had a problem with Jay-Z responding because he wasted no time responding to attorney Tony Buzbee allegations. Actually, I can get out of this one. And I think that was a great idea for him to respond. It does not prove that you're guilty. It does not prove that you're trying to hide something. It actually proves the opposite. But this was a letter. It was posted on X by Roc Nation. And Jay-Z is Roc Nation. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Buzbee. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations, and public scrutiny will make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I would not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Excuse me. These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to such a deplorable. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Buzbee. But I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family, my wife, and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand explicitly degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man. He is not young. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. This letter, for me, says that this man is not shying away. He is standing his ground. He has nothing to hide, and he's not with the bullshit. I think this letter was the perfect response and the perfect timing of the response, because had he not said anything, the public, you guys, would have been like, he's guilty because he's quiet. He think it's going to go away, but it's not. But he responded, not to appease the public for his public image. No, he responded to defend the integrity, his family, his character, and his legacy. You damn right. If somebody accused me of something that's not true and deplorable, such as these type of accusations, I would not hesitate to respond, to defend myself. And then you hand it over to the lawyers and have them deal with it. So make no mistake about it. This was the perfect response at the perfect timing. I want to bring up another example. Judge Joe Brown. It was not this year, in 2023. Shirley Ralph went on an Angela Yee podcast, her own podcast, and she talked about a story of the time when she was sexually harassed by a man at a function in New Orleans. And Mark Morial was the mayor at that time. And she said, she didn't give the name, but she said it was a famous TV judge. She never said Judge Joe Brown name. She never said that the man was black or white or nothing. She just said it was a famous TV judge at that time. So that means she gave a time period because Mark Morial was the mayor of New Orleans. And that was in the early 90s. Don't you know, everybody on social media, even bloggers and even these newsroom blogs, accused the person to be Judge Joe Brown, insinuated, is it Judge Joe Brown? Oh, she got to be talking about Judge Joe Brown because she said, and it wasn't Judge Mathis. So you guys, the public, automatically put Judge Joe Brown name out there. Judge Joe Brown, what he did, because he don't be up in a gossiping tea like that, but I brought it to his attention and many other people. He got right on X right away and said, I never met this woman. I don't know her. She's not talking about me. So y'all need to basically keep my name out of all y'all mouths or some lawsuits will be flying. He defended himself, and you have to do that. She did not say it was Judge Joe Brown, but the public, you guys, you are quick to judge as if you are a judge and jury. So when someone is quick to respond to deny, that is them protecting their character and their legacy. So I do commend Jay-Z for writing this letter in detail. I'm not with the bullshit. And then he got up the next day and he attended the premiere of the Mufasa movie where his daughter is in that movie. Because you're not going to shame me to be quiet, go and hide. You know, I am not Diddy. I am not Epstein. I'm not Harvey. I'm not Bill Cosby. I'm not none of these people. So don't look at somebody sideways when they get up to defend themselves. Now let's fast forward and talk about the NFL. Because Jay-Z has a partnership with the NFL. But the question that I want to ask, is there a moral clause in that contract? This is not what I wanted. I wanted this. Yeah. Is there a moral clause in an NFL contract? So Roc Nation, they partner with the NFL to produce the Super Bowl. So the entertainment company founded by Jay-Z will continue to produce the Super Bowl halftime show. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and Jay-Z first announced a multi-year partnership with Roc Nation in 2019, with the company serving as the NFL's live music entertainment strategist as part of the NFL Inspiring Change initiative. The initiative also focuses on the league's social justice efforts and was launched following the NFL controversial treatment of former player Colin Kaepernick, who kneeled during the national anthem to protest police brutality during the 2016 season. Right? So they have the partnership. And the Roc Nation partnership with the NFL is a $25 million partnership for 5 years. The price tag for the stadium size performances is, of course, in the many millions of dollars. And that's with the feature artists performing for free. The ad revenue for the 12 to 15-minute halftime show alone could reach 8 figures. So, guiding principle for an organization like the NFL and its broadcast partner is to steer clear of controversy, especially post Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction. Y'all remember that. So, how could Jay-Z, the business, and Sean Carter, the man, be impacted vis-a-vis Super Bowl scheduled for February 9th in New Orleans with Kendrick Lamar headlining the halftime? A response to the Silver Suit posted to Roc Nation's X account may be the very words that makes the affiliation questionable in the court of public opinion. Even if the statement written from the point of view of a father with an unapologetic conviction and the voice of Hov received praise. So here's the thing. Is his partnership in jeopardy because of this accusation? No, it's not. Now, I like Google AI because I just typed in, does Roc Nation contract with the NFL have a moral clause? And it came back because we don't know what's in a contract. We don't know if it have a moral clause, but 9 times out of 10, these type of contracts, they all have moral clauses. But the AI said it's known that they don't have a moral clause. Now, Jay-Z is a smart businessman. It is smart of him to not have a moral clause in this contract for Roc Nation or himself. He is Roc Nation. So when I say Jay-Z, I'm talking about Roc Nation with the partnership with the NFL. Because of shit like this, when someone, a Jane Doe, accusing you or something and trying to link you to a Diddy, I can't have outside mess up what I got going on here. So take out that moral clause. Does he have enough finesse business-wise to make that possible? Absolutely. Because the question is now, will he have to step down from Roc Nation? Or will the NFL part ways with Roc Nation? Are they trying to set Jay-Z up so that he won't have that type of power with the NFL? Because the Super Bowl halftime is too black? Because at the time before Jay-Z took it over, it was kind of lily whitish. Right? But Roger Goodell, he was already on it. He's like, no, nothing is going to affect this partnership. He made a statement today during a press conference.
And Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know that obviously the litigation's happening now. So, but from our standpoint, our relationship's not changing with them, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. First part of your question is how the relationship is evolving. I think they're getting incredible comfortable with not just the Super Bowl, but other events that they've advised us on, helped us with. It's been helpful in the social justice area to us on many occasions. They've been great partners that have provided a lot of value for us. Allegations. And Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know that obviously the litigation's happening now. So, but from our standpoint, our relationship's not changing with them.
So he said, from our standpoint, our relationship is not changing. Why would it? Why should it? Why should it change? So the NFL and Roc Nation, the NFL pays Roc Nation $25 million for the 5-year partnership. And honestly, is that a lot? Kind of, sort of. But you have to understand the power and the influence and the networking and the connections that Jay-Z have to be in partnership with the NFL. That's possibly one step closer to even owning a NFL football team. Now, why is the halftime so important? Because the NFL does not pay the performers. However, they pay for the production and everything. And the halftime production costs anywhere between 10 to $15 million. Well, why is the NFL so important, right, in this situation? Why are we even bringing it up? Why was Roger Goodell even asked the question, this accusation against Jay-Z, is it going to affect his business with the NFL? Because when it comes to the Super Bowl, and that is the partnership that Roc Nation have with the NFL, is the Super Bowl halftime. The Super Bowl itself brings in $600 million in revenue, $500 million. So that $10 to $15 million that they spend on a halftime ain't shit. That $25 million that they gave Roc Nation for only 5 years is nothing. And this is since 2019, right? So 2020, next year is the last year for the Roc Nation and NFL partnership. So the question that they asked Roger Goodell today, of course he's going to stand by Jay-Z. He hasn't been convicted. It's only one person. She's a Jane Doe. He's denied it. There's no proof. There's no court date. Why would I want to part ways and we are, 2 months out of the Super Bowl? It's bad for business. Because the advertisers, that $500 million of advertisement money that the Super Bowl, that the NFL gets just for one night, do you think that they want to advertise during a Super Bowl 15-minute segment when the person that's in control of it is being accused of the R word? Absolutely not. Not 2 months out. So he's going to stand by his man. He's going to stand by Jay-Z. And next year, when that contract is up, the question is, will they renew the partnership with Roc Nation? We are in December, the Super Bowl in February. We don't know if another woman is going to come out and yell Jay-Z name, because it's like a domino effect. We don't even know who this first person is that want to now include Jay-Z in a lawsuit that she have originally for Diddy. At the end of the day, it's all about money, which is utterly disgusting. It really is. Because even when you look at these lawyers that's supposed to be representing these so-called victims, it's all about money because it's a civil case. It's not criminal. And the statute of limitations for criminal sexual assault in New York State. So you can only go after somebody civilly unless the feds step in. So you mean to tell me there's no current case within the statute of limitation that you could bring forward? Why not file criminal charges? Because you won't win. Because it's a money grab. Which is why the NFL is sticking to their man. Because it's a money grab. And they don't want to lose not 1 cent of that $600 million that they, that they will generate for the Super Bowl in one night. Let's go to Roc Nation. And to be specifically, Roc Nation pre-Grammy brunch that they have every year. And it was canceled this year. And when it was canceled, people kept saying, oh, it was because of the Diddy situation. Absolutely. Now, the Roc Nation never gave a reason why. So this was back in February. Page 6 reported Roc Nation famed brunch event will not be taking place in 2024. No reasons were given as to why the pre-Grammy celebration was said to have been canceled. As far as what legendary couple Jay-Z and Beyonce will be doing instead, the publication said that they are expected to attend Clive David's party in support of Sony Music Publishing CEO John Platt, who is being honored with Grammy Salute to Industry Icons Awards, right? Since 2011, Roc Nation Brunch has become the premier destination for entertainment A-listers. Khaled, Rihanna, Megan Thee Stallion, Kevin Hart, Kanye West, Swizz Beatz, Lil' Kim, and Sean Diddy. Yes. Yes. But why did you cancel it in February of 2024? Are they going to have it in 2025? Beyonce and Jay-Z went to the Grammys, so this brunch happens before the actual Grammy ceremony. It did not happen. Now, mind you, February of 2024, Diddy was not locked up. Diddy house wasn't even raided yet. But by February of 2024, Diddy already had 5 accusations against him. Lawsuits, civil lawsuits. Cassie, a Jane Doe, Little Rod, and 2 others. I can't remember the name. They didn't mention Jay-Z, but Diddy has always been the face of these Roc Nation brunch. So you're talking about affiliation here. Guilty? No. But you are affiliated with someone who is being accused of sexual assault, battery, human trafficking, all this stuff by 5 different lawsuits. Bad for business. Why is it bad for business? Because Roc Nation Brunch, Grammy Brunch, is sponsored by Mac Viva Glam. Mac Viva Glam. Mac Viva Glam is a company, it's a makeup company, it's the Mac company that is worldwide. Who do they cater to? Women, diversity, LGBTQ, trans women. And here you go with all these other celebrities that probably got all types of skeletons in their closet, but the one we know for sure, Diddy, has 5 lawsuits that has to do with sexual assault to women and men. I'm pretty sure Mac Viva Glam said, we're not going to sponsor it. Black is hot. Wrong, too much attention. Because if they did have the Roc Nation party, everyone would have been talking about Diddy and the accusations and Cassie and who else that attended the party maybe linked or did something. Bad for business. Bad for the brand. Mac Viva Glam don't want their name attached to that affiliation of Diddy and whoever else that's in that party that may down the line be accused of whatever. It matters who you associate with when they say guilty by association. So it wasn't just no random thing, oh, we're not going to have it, we weren't prepared. No, that was intentional, and I believe it was a direct result of Diddy, by that time, having 5 lawsuits against him. One of them, he actually paid $30 million, and that was what? To Cassie. And that was the mistake that Diddy made, paying Cassie that money, which is why Jay-Z said, I'm not giving you not one damn dime. Because if Jay-Z pays out to Jane Doe or anybody, I believe the floodgates are going to open, whether it's true or not. because that's the same domino effect that happened to Diddy. When somebody accused you of something like this, you don't settle that to be quiet, civil case or not. You fight it. Judge Joe Brown said that the other night. You fight that. And just to swing back to the NFL Super Bowl, Beyonce, honey, oh, I'm getting hot. I don't have my fan. Give me a second. Honey, I'm about to press pause and get my fan out. I'm doing the show. Stop. Honey, Beyonce dropped her Super Bowl promo ad, honey, for the halftime. Yes. And I'm with it. I am here for it. Don't play with me. Yes, honey. She got that big cowgirl hat on, cowboy hat. It's business as usual. Yes, 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 yes. It has to be. It has to be. We're going to let this little ambulance chaser attorney slow down this empire. Oh, and why would you? Should you? Honey, I can't wait. Yes, I am part of that. I will be tuned. I don't care if it's not going to stop the show when it comes to Beyonce. It's just not. However, who is Tony Buzbee? Who is Tony Buzbee? The lawyer suing Jay-Z as part of civil cases against Sean Diddy Combs. He is from Houston. He's an attorney out of Houston. High-profile legal battles are nothing new for Texas attorney Tony Buzbee, with his latest being a lawsuit filed against Jay-Z, accusing the iconic rapper as well as Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assaulting a minor at an award show after party in 2000. The lawsuit against Jay-Z is part of a series of civil cases the Houston-based Buzbee has filed against Combs, who remained in jail in New York as he awaits trial. In his legal career, Buzbee has represented a variety of clients he helped acquit Texas attorney Ken Baxton at his impeachment trial in the Texas Senate last year. He represented more than 24 women who accused Cleveland Brown quarterback Deshaun Watson of sexual misconduct and assault. So he's like that woman lawyer. I forgot her name, but every time she represented all these women that was coming out saying Bill Cosby did something to them. I forgot that woman's name. But Tony Buzbee is the attorney that represented the 24 women that Cleveland Brown quarterback Deshaun Watson, that accused Deshaun Watson of sexual misconduct and assault. Buzbee has also made a couple of unsuccessful runs at elected office, including mayor of Houston. So He's well known in the Texas courtroom, who has won billions of dollars in settlements for his clients. So that means he does not have trial experience. He's a settlement lawyer, just like Ben Crump. So they're all about the money, not about justice. And I'm going to get to the videos where people calling out Tony Buzbee for his unethical practices. He grew up in Northeast Texas, son of a butcher and high school cafeteria worker. He graduated from Texas A&M. He served in the U.S. Marine. He later went to law school, and he founded his own firm. He has no courtroom experience. He doesn't know how to win a trial. He knows how to win settlements. His character style is aggressive legal tactics, his ability to command media attention, and his knack for turning complex legal battles into public narratives that resonate with juries and the public alike, according to his law firm's website. That's a problem, because that means you put on a show for the public to persuade not just the public, but the potential jurors. But he's all about winning a settlement. So if he's aggressive, if he's threatening, if he used these scare tactics, women, you talk about the Me Too movement, the look back law in New York got so many men hemmed up because it was all a money grab. The look back law allowed women, I think, to go back 10 years or however many years if they feel as though that someone harmed them or sexually assaulted them or violated them in a workplace or personal. The lawyers in the tri-state area, right, especially in New York State, the lawyers got together and said, we are only going to take cases for the look back law if the person they're accusing makes $500,000 or more, because other than that, we're not going to really see a good settlement. They were only going after the rich and wealthy people. And that is exactly what this attorney, Tony Buzbee, is doing. He's going after rich and wealthy people. Diddy is wealthy. Jay-Z is wealthy. Deshaun Watson, he's rich. And Deshaun Watson paid out millions of dollars just so he could get back to playing football. And look at his career right now. Tragedy. But if you are good at winning all these, you are using a lot of dirty tactics. And this is where I give Jay-Z credit, because he knows how to be just as dirty. So it says here, Tony Buzbee isn't just a lawyer caught up in sexual assault allegations. He's also known for using shady extortion tactics to drain people of their money. Justice should be about truth, not manipulation. I agree.
That kind of the game here to exact money for fear of the other side that they're going to file a lawsuit.
I thought his response to you was stunning. Here's what Tony Buzbee said.
I'm curious what you think about that criticism that, you put enough embarrassing things in a complaint or say you're going to, and it forces a settlement and it becomes almost, that's the game. What do you say about that? That's a criticism I hear on the other side.
No, it's a fair point. I mean, the system is the system. It's a gulag, if you will. It's a tough process. And we always make an attempt to resolve these cases without filing a lawsuit. That's just what we try to do.
It seem a little unseemly, but what he's saying is right. This is the way, Harvey, we've covered these cases forever, where aggressive plaintiffs' lawyers will reach out to somebody and say, unless you go ahead and pay my client money now, I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. And whether the allegations are true or not, it's going to be really embarrassing just to have the lawsuit filed. Therefore, pay up. And that's what Tony Buzbee is doing. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't believe in what his clients are saying. He doesn't believe that he has a viable lawsuit. But the plaintiff in this case, the John Doe that's suing him, is saying Tony Buzbee knows they're false and is sending these letters anyways. And that's a violation of his legal ethics. And he says a violation of the laws around extortion.
So, Jason, in the legal community, there are two words that critics of people of Tony Buzbee and other lawyers, who are filing these suits, there are two words that they use to describe that whole process: send a demand letter or else I'm going to sue you. Two words.
Legalized extortion.
Yep. I mean, that's what is commonly referred to in the legal community. Legalized extortion.
Out of here with like teaching me about the integrity part. Like, shut up, Tony Buzbee. Can we at him right now while we're doing the show? Because, like, seriously, I mean, he's the biggest Trump supporter in Houston, and he didn't seem to have any issue with double-digit people coming forward, women, about Trump. So that's the only thing I'm going to say there. But that bothers me, that this hypocrisy that's going on in our society right now. Oh, now he's going to stand on a table and tell us that he can't believe how irrational people are. Yet, like, he swiped it under the rug with the great Trump, God King. Oh, okay. So shut up with that, Tony Buzbee, and we'll see where this goes with Deshaun.
Okay. Diddy attorney reaping alleged victim, sue for assault. Divorce client says champagne used as weapon or whatever. So he has a reputation of using these unethical practices, right? But Jay-Z hired a great lawyer, Alex Spiro, and Jay-Z lawyer Alex Spiro is asking the judge to hurry up and dismiss the lawsuit for the avoidance of doubt. Mr. Carter is entirely innocent. This is a shakedown. This matter is the utmost importance, and we ask an expedited hearing. So again, he wants to know, who is this woman? Let's bring all he wants. Listen, if you want to accuse me of this, where's your evidence? Let's bring it all to the forefront. You're not going to sit up here and accuse me and expect for me to settle because it's a civil lawsuit. It's about money in the civil lawsuit case. You're not going to expect for me to sit up here and settle with you with anything. Number one, I didn't do it. Number two, I don't even know who she is. Number three, you didn't even bring no evidence forward. Let's go to court. But matter of fact, I want the judge to reveal her identity, have her identity revealed. So Tony Buzbee want to run around here like he's a big gun, but Jay-Z just brought a bigger gun to this fight, and that's Alex Spiro. And now Alex Spiro, he said that to the judge. We want to know the identity. Tony Buzbee goes back, tells the judge that Jay-Z motion to reject plaintiff anonymity in the rape lawsuit was procedurally improper, and the letters are nothing short of defamation, hiding behind the thinnest veneer of litigation privilege. I say BS, because I think now that Tony Buzbee has finally met his match. Now, I want to play this of this lawyer. And this lawyer here is basically saying that this attorney did a breakdown on Jay-Z case, and let's just say he's cooked, right? So this attorney is basically saying Jay-Z may be in some trouble with this one. I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know what Sean Carter is doing here. It makes no sense to me. Sean Carter, i.e. Jay-Z, gets named now as the main defendant in a rape case out of New York by trial attorney Tony Buzbee. We're seeing Sean Carter come out now and defend himself online, putting out statements. The thing that pops up is not immediately innocence and guilt. It's how did it get this far? Carter starts attacking Tony Buzbee, saying, hey, he sent me a demand letter and he's trying to extort me. Well, newsflash, and Jay-Z's people know this, that every lawsuit starts with a demand letter. Everybody gets put on notice that they have a claim and gives them an opportunity to resolve. Now, if you believe in your innocence, that's fine. But here, what does innocence have to do with it? He has too much exposure going forward. These are heinous allegations. He even says it himself. Now you're getting tied to Sean Combs, who's, indicted and standing trial for racketeering and extortion cases, just horrific stuff, RICO violations. And now Carter's brand is being brought into this. It's being alleged that he raped a 13-year-old. I hear you. I understand the defenses. If you're Sean Carter, hey, 24 years ago, you have an anonymous source. an anonymous victim. It looks like it's just a shakedown by an ambulance attorney. Well, look at it on the other side. Do you really think Tony Buzbee, who's a powerhouse trial attorney out of Houston, Texas, who's taken down monster verdicts and literally just got appointed by the attorney general to take on investment firms on behalf of Texas, moves forward on a lawsuit if it's a bluff? It just doesn't make sense to me. You got to believe that Buzbee would say, hey, look, I'm not going to allow this case to come down to a he said, she said. Buzbee knows that the anonymous victim is going to have to be disclosed. They know this anonymous victim is going to have to take depositions. So there has to be more evidence. A bluff would be, hey, I sent you a demand letter saying that we believe you caused these injuries to my, asking for this much money. You say no, and nothing happens. Buzbee didn't do that. He called his bluff and he took it public. And in fact, he went as far as to say, you know what, we're amending the complaint where we had you as celebrity A that was watching the rape, but now we have enough evidence and believe you were the one who actually committed the rape. Now, John Carter's team will attack that and they're going to say, you didn't even know what you were doing. But my point is, this can't be a bluff. And my point is, I don't understand what Jay-Z is doing coming out in the public. He's putting out these statements that Buzbee's going to use against him. Literally, Carter is saying he represents the heinous nature. He understands it and that it rises to the level that it's so bad because it's rape that it should be a criminal prosecution. I could think of nothing better as a trial attorney to use those words against a defendant in a deposition. Remember, you're in the civil context. Buzbee's going to be able to depose everybody. He's going to be able to get to Combs. He's going to be able to get to Carter. He's going to be able to get to witnesses. They're talking about limousine drivers. Now, yes, there may be a victim issue, but at the end of the day, everybody says, hey, this was 24 years ago. Yeah, let me know how that turned out for Bill Cosby. At the end of the day, I don't understand why Carter's people are letting him get out there and plead this innocence. I get it from a position that you want to get out in front of the jury. You want to claim your innocence. I just think that they're messing it with the wrong tactic by trying to attack the trial lawyer, because this is not a shakedown of Vontae's situation. This is a real heavyweight lawyer that knows what he's doing. And Sean Carter better be real careful.
I understand what this lawyer is saying, and he actually put together a great summation and a good case. However, but he's wrong. He's saying Tony Buzbee is a heavy hitter. Like I said, Alex Shapiro is a bigger heavy hitter. He's the Julius Caesar, the Marcus Aurelius. He's wrong. So that's the first thing there. And that lawyer sounds convincing. But where he messed up at is the reason why it is a civil suit. And what Jay-Z said in that letter, because he is true, you really don't say anything unless you have your lawyer review it, right? And then you could put out a statement. But I believe that, yes, Jay-Z, he's not dumb. He had his lawyer review it. He didn't sit down, write it, and then tell somebody at Roc Nation to type it up. And no, he had legal review that. And the reason why he said it should be criminal, first of all, the statute of limitation expired. So this case with this Jane Doe cannot criminally charge, or she cannot criminally bring charges against Jay-Z because the statute of limitations ran out. The only reason why we see Diddy locked up is because it's the federal government. The federal government has no statute of limitations. This is not feds. So even if this even if this was within the statute of limitations, it would be a state issue in New York. But the statute of limitations for criminal allegations expired. So that letter cannot be used against him in a criminal court because it's never going to go to criminal court, you idiot. And he's a lawyer. See, lawyers are good with words. They know how to make stuff sound and to finesse us to believe what they're saying. They added Jay-Z to the civil because he is a wealthy man. Oh, do you want us? You don't want the embarrassment of your children and your wife, Beyonce. It's business as usual. She dropped the promo for the Super Bowl. The NFL came out and said, no, we support him. We stand with him. It's money on the line. Cowboy Carter World Tour next year. It better be. So again, it cannot be used against him in a criminal court because it's never going to go to criminal court. And why would the feds come in? Jay-Z house is not going to be raided. See, it's a process and there's layers to it. All this media thing, and let me talk about the public real quick, and then I'm gonna I see you, P. Ray. I see you. 2 minutes. And that's what I want to talk about, public perception. Look at the Kobe. Remember Kobe Bryant, RIP Kobe. Remember when he was accused of R? And then it came out, he didn't do it. Now she gave him some head, but it was consensual. That was a shakedown. But the media dragged him to be guilty, and we didn't have no type of social media that we have today. They tried to say his mother-in-law, Tina Knowles, liked the post under a blogger who was talking about the accusations against the victim. Don't you know technology can make it look like you like something? How do we know she really liked it? And she didn't respond and say, no, she didn't. We saw them at the premiere. Because now you got to put on a face. You have to put on a front. It's not even a front, but you want to present to the public. You will not bring me down. You're not going to shake me. I'm not scared of you. I will fight this. 50 Cent trolling. It's funny. That 50 Cent has nothing to do with this. He has no type of influence. He's just trolling for his own personal gain of advertisement. Like I said, Beyonce dropped her Super Bowl announcement today. Business as usual. But the with this, and we're going to get into the migrant crisis. The problem is the actual real victims. I don't know if this Jane Doe is a real victim. Nothing has been proven. I'm talking about the unseen and the unheard. I'm talking about the poor, the middle class. Yeah. I'm talking about those women in the state of New York. A lawyer would not take their case because they didn't have money, and the man that they were accusing did not have a whole bunch of money, was not a multimillionaire. I'm talking about the real victims. See, this is a trigger for real victims, and I understand that. And it's sickening and it's sad that this type of deplorable actions are being exploited because of greed and money. No one talks about justice. It's always about someone writing out a fat paycheck and getting their face in the news so that their law firm could get more clients, and you setting up hotlines without even proving that this person did it. So now we could go around here accusing anybody of anything in a civil court so that they could just write a check and let it all go away. That doesn't help victims. And if you want to help victims, how about you get rid of the statute of limitations when it comes to sexual assault? So that way we could bypass the civil courts and go straight to the criminal courts for real justice. How about that? And that could easily be done by a stroke of a pen. So this is why I'm not quick to jump on a Tony Buzbee's or a Jane Doe side. That doesn't mean I'm sitting up here. I'm not rooting for Diddy, but I'm not going to sit up here and say Jay-Z is the same as Diddy. I'm not going to believe what someone who we don't even know or never seen before say about somebody. No. So the question, is Jay-Z empire on the brink of collapse? Absolutely not. Now, same time next year, maybe talking about a different story. All right. P-Ray. Hey.
Hey. You see?
No, I can't see it yet.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Turn your thing the other way. How are you? Oh, make it landscape.
That's what it was. I thought it was okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look pretty.
Thank you. You do too. I like your hat.
Thanks. I saw you doing
It was a
nice.
hat day. I was a woman.
Yeah, I wanna get into the cowboy theme when I do.
Americana.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, I'll bring you on every Wednesday, honey. To talk about the migrant crisis nationwide, but more specifically, what going on in Chicago. Now, honey, you have been booked and busy, rightfully so. You are P-Way from Chicago. Your organization is Chicago Bridge.org.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Tell us what happened this week because y'all had a very special guest.
Tom Homan came to the city. Like I told y'all, it's time, America. It is time. It is time. The largest deportation move in America is happening right here on the streets of Chicago. Come January 21st, 2025, it is going down in the city of Chicago. So Tom Homan came here. And it was funny because the event, we wanted to go and, we're trying to get in. So they said, okay, P-Ray, we're going to give you a VIP ticket. And this was a way to allow you to take a picture with him and have a brief conversation. So I go up. So first I get there, I got on my hat. So, everybody's like, oh my God, it's you. You've been on Fox News. I can't believe we meet you. So I'm trying to make my way up. Like he's the side and I'm the co-star. So we end up linking up. And he's like, wow, I've been seeing you on TV a lot. I said, yes, sir, but not as much as you. We are so happy to have you in the city of Chicago. We got work to do, sir. We got real work to do. If you need help, you call us. If they tell you that this deportation move is racist or xenophobic or any of that, don't you respond. You come get us. And we will say it because it's not racist coming out of our mouths. It's not xenophobic coming out of our mouth. So he starts laughing and stuff. So we just have a really good time with him. But then when so then we go into the bigger room and he gives a speech. He says that our governor is terrible. No, our mayor sucks and our governor is terrible. Yes, I was there. On certain angles, you can even see me standing in the cut. But with that being said, he came and he basically said that Chicago is going to be ground zero. If Brandon Johnson and Governor Pritzker want to stop him, he's going to lock them up. Anybody who gets in his way is going to jail. And we are very happy about that. So today, Governor Pritzker came in and he did a press conference and he said that now he wants to have a conversation with Homan. Now, first they weren't going to talk to him and none of that because JB Pritzker is not going to jail. It's going to be the fool Brandon Johnson that end up going to jail trying to show out because they're going to make an example out of him. They're going to make such a large example out of him that's going to knock every other city into line. They're going to get into compliance because the people of Chicago are all the way 10 toes down for this deportation move. Now, conversely, like today we went to the council and there was this woman, she was an illegal immigrant, per my assumption, because they asked her, what is your status? And she's like, I don't feel comfortable disclosing my status. I'm like, why not? I'm an American. What you? So she didn't want to do it. But she was there like, this is so xenophobic and we can't believe this is happening. And we have to fight for our city. And we're like, honey, if you're not supposed to be here, ain't no hour. And this is not xenophobic. This is America first. So yeah, it's a beautiful time to be in the city of Chicago. Everything that we've been working for years is coming to fruition now. So, count it all joy, praise God. You muted, love. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I muted myself. Give me a second. I'm trying to pull up. Every time I type in your X account,
it's like shadow bands.
Right. And I'm like, why is it still doing that on X? Let me pull it up here.
Like when I first got active, I used the word negress. And they were like, you getting a label, honey. We do not use that word. So I've been shadow banned ever since.
Oh, really? So it wasn't about the Trump stuff?
I'm sure it was. I mean, I'm sure the liberals were, hidden my account, but I'm saying that's what my official label issue was. I said Negro, negress. And they were like, negress, you cannot say. And I'm like, this is a feminine term of my ethnicity. But, we got to work it out. I'm sure I'll run into Elon one of these days in these streets and I'll have a conversation and then I'll be unbanned.
Right. Okay, so yeah, this is what I wanted to show. So this is
that's me.
That's you at the event with Tom Homan. Yeah. And so, okay, so Chicago is going to be ground zero for the mass deportation. That's going to start January 21st.
Correct.
Now, did he discuss any specific plans on what they're going to do, how they're going to come in and operate in Chicago?
No, not yet. So, but I've been hearing some things. I'm hearing, and this is all conjecture. None of this I have got any confirmation. Sidebar, you see, he had on that helmet. That's actually a Chicago Red helmet. So we gifted him with that helmet. I told him this is a gift on behalf of Chicago Red. You are about to go down to the border and we want to help you protect your head during wall construction. So he was very, very honored to get this gift from us. But anyway, I digress. What I'm hearing is there is going to be a movement where people will actually be contractors. Now, again, this is all conjecture. This is just what I'm hearing on the street. Because ICE has a $25 billion budget already. And when Trump comes in, that budget is obviously going to expand. They're not going to be able to execute the operations independently because of how the ordinances are on our books. The Chicago Police Department cannot work with them. The Cook County Sheriff cannot work with them. The Illinois State Police cannot work with them. But you know who can? Us. So they're saying that there could even be a bounty. Like I know in Missouri right now, they're floating the idea of making it like $1,000 per illegal you turn in. And I'm like, if they say $1,000 per illegal, Chicago gonna be clear in a week. Okay, people are gonna be fighting over these people. Which one you gonna turn in? You know, you taking my money. Okay, you take the mama, I'm gonna turn in the kids. Okay, whatever. If that bounty process happens, then this is going to be amazing and it's going to go very well. We also, again, know that if they are talking about getting contracts for small, like bounty hunters or whatever, that's another way to grow in this economy. We're looking at this solely now from an economic standpoint because the policy has already been established. Like I told them in City Hall last week, policy drives the budget. So because the policy is now mass deportation, the budget is going to be able to support that. And I believe that if they're coming to Chicago first, we should be able to benefit off of it.
Right. Exactly. So have you been down to City Hall lately?
I went today.
Okay. Did you post any clips?
I did. I posted a clip of the executive director of Chicago Red. He spoke. His name is Osiris. He's 26 years old. And he got up there today and gave a speech on behalf of a young Black man because he said,
where did you post it at?
It's on my X page.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
no.
posted around. Yeah.
I think I do have it.
Yeah, it's there.
Wait a minute. Let me put it here. This?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute.
Now we say how low, they say go vote Democrat. We were voting faster than you saying vote to get to the ballot box. But this is the end. And must I also say, people talk about Bear Brandon Johnson, but he is just a microcosm of the problem in the Democrat Party. I want to talk to Democrats on a national stage. You got in New York City, Black Lives Matter being very upset, and that's fine. But also be very upset about what's going on in Chicago. That's right. These Black people being terrorized by the migrants, illegal immigrants, and no one can say anything about it. It's not fair. So at the end of the day, by the time I got left, I want people to think about it. Who really has the power? Democrats think they have the power. Obama, who was an Obama nation to this entire nation, thinks he got the power. Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi think they got the power. They think they can bully us and we gotta stand silent. But people in America everywhere know that we got the power. Yes.
So typically the speeches are 3 minutes, but I was so engulfed in what he was saying that I didn't get the first two. I'm like, oh, let me feel him. So I got him. So anyway, he's 26 years old. He's a product of the Chicago Public Schools. He began his speech with the fact that Wadsworth Elementary is his elementary school. So he said, my elementary school was turned into a shelter for the illegals. And yeah. So he's like, so you guys are doing all this stuff for them, and there's boys and men out here like me who are not getting anything from this city. We never got anything from this city, but you all figured it out for them without hesitation. So the movement is going through different age levels now. Even the kids are saying it because the kids are tired of them too. Remember, they're in the classrooms with them. They don't speak English. They're taking time away from them. They fighting one another. You know, it's grammar school, but this is like on steroids. And so it's a lot going on. The children are upset. The mamas are upset. The daddies are upset. The grandmas are upset. They say when they go to the clinic, they can't even get, timely service because they're in there all the time. So we're over it in Chicago. Anything that's coming out of Chicago, anybody that's speaking on our behalf and saying, well, Chicago is saying that we are a home for everyone and we have room for everyone. No, we don't. Chicago is closed, America. Chicago is closed, the world. No more vacancies. We don't have it. And I'll leave you with this before we move on. I posted this video on my Facebook page, and I was trying to figure out how to get it to over here, and I will eventually. A woman over here on the west side in the Garfield Park community, and where we call K-Town because all of the streets start with K, 20 migrants tried to literally commandeer her grandmother's house. So she said her people were calling her like, girl, you need to get to your grandma's house. It's all these illegals sitting on her porch. So they called the Chicago Police Department. They really couldn't do too much about it because trespassing is not seen as a big to-do. And so she had to call her people, her cousins and all of them, squad up and make these people get off their porch. When you look at this massive group of people, I kid you not, Dana, it's like 25 people out there. She said cars were pulling up, vans were pulling up. They were literally about to take her grandmother's house. Like in real life, a woman went on vacation on 74th and, it's on the tip of my tongue, 74th and I can't think of the word. I mean, God doesn't want me to say it, obviously, but somewhere out south. The woman goes on vacation for Thanksgiving, and when she comes back, it's two of them living in her house with guns, and she had to get the Chicago Police Department to put them out. So I'm telling everybody now, make sure you lock your doors, put locks on your gates, because Brandon has put them out the shelters, and now they outside with nothing. So they're trying to get everything they can out of us.
So if he put them out the shelters, why is he still trying to fight against Trump when Trump want to come in and deport them? If you're not getting money anymore for the Biden administration because that well is dried up. So you kick them out the shelters. Mayor Eric Adams, he's already on the side of Trump. He said food stamps, all that gone, and yes, come get them so that they could leave. So why is he so resistant, Mayor Brandon Johnson and a governor, against Trump when you're not even helping them anymore?
I think they're just following that DNC script. But then I also know for a 100% fact, and I actually mentioned this on Fox News and Newsmax, so I hope that they do their research and make this a national story. The Chicago Teachers Union has been going to Venezuela for over a decade, making deals and building partnerships. Why is a municipal education union going down to the Republic of Venezuela? Why? What kind of business could you have? Oh, y'all were down there making deals and passing out maps, telling people how to get to Chicago. So that's what I personally believe, just based on the fact that CTU has been going down there all this time. I'm an educator myself. I'm an international educator. I'm an international school founder. I teach international students. I have no business in Venezuela. None. I can't even think of a reason to go to Venezuela, which is literally a failed state. Why would I go down there to learn anything about education? They don't even rank high in the education, data. So what are we doing here? They made a deal with socialists as fellow socialists, and now they're determined to push this agenda of socialism down our throats, and we won't take it.
At the expense of the Chicago American citizens.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's footing the bill.
Yes.
I want to bring this up with Brie. I'm going to share this, right? This clip, and then I want you to speak on it.
Now I'm going to say something about our young Black men that many people are not accustomed to hearing. I love them. I do. Now, this doesn't mean that we simply condone certain behavior that is antithetical to who we are as a race and as a people. But one thing for sure, we will not mischaracterize and demonize all Black men to the extent in which we then get to judge all Black men through a lens of white supremacy. I reject that. And that's why I'm very proud that when we think about our community colleges, the number one subgroup of registrants in our community colleges are young Black men. Don't tell me what I already know about young Black men. They want to be loved, appreciated, and invested in. And that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Well, yes. Okay. Again, we both from the Austin community. So yes, we love Black people in Austin. Okay. I am a product of the community. Everybody in the world knows P. Ray loves the American Negro. So on that level, yes, we can. However, no, we cannot. And I say that because, again, this is more race baiting. This is a way for him to victimize villains. Because at the end of the day, not only do we need a deportation bill, but we need a crime bill in the city of Chicago. Now, what we know from the first crime bill is that if there are certain things that are unchecked, there could be unintended consequences, like there were with the cocaine disparities and those types of things, right? But we've worked through all those kinks. It is 2024. We got all the technology we need to prove you did what you did exactly how we said you did it. You're going to post it on your social media. We're going to track your cell phone. We're going to track how many times you tapped your phone. We're going to track you through the city cameras. So if you are caught committing a crime in Cook County, you got to go to jail. Make jail hard again. Make crime don't pay again. Like it's asinine, Dana, the stuff that people are doing up here, because a lot of times we do focus on the migrants, right? Because that is something that affects us universally. But something else that affects us universally is the crime up here. And the number one victim of crime in the city of Chicago is the Black woman. The Black woman is the least safe, most at risk of being a victim of any crime. So rather than us, again, censoring those or trying to diminish the impact that these people who are degenerates are having, you want to lump them in with the good ones. You see, they're talking about the guys that went to city colleges. Why are they being held in the same conversation as criminals? Why are they being said, oh, well, we can't judge all of them like that? No, you didn't even have to bring up the criminals. But by bringing up the criminals in the same conversation that you're talking about the forward thinkers and the scholars, you're now elevating those criminals to their same level. And that's the problem, y'all. That is a problem. Those people are not us. It's okay to say we don't have to carry them with us. Marcus Garvey said everybody cannot go. And some of them we have to leave behind. There is the time of victimizing the villain is over with. From the time you are 2 and 3 years old, you know right from wrong. It does not matter what you've gone through. Nobody told you to go down to the Nike store and steal all the Jordans. That has nothing to do with you growing up hungry. That's because you want to be a degenerate, and we need a society that punishes crime. So that's what I think about it. I think he plays too much. I think he plays way too much. And he's always trying to use the race card in the wrong way.
Yes. You say one thing, but your actions do the opposite. You say that, yes, Black men, it's an issue. We respect them. We love them. They need help, but then you give other resources to illegals. So
correct.
Yeah, it just makes no sense. One last thing I want to bring up here. I kind of want to go back to education, right? We'll stick on the education part. You posted this on your X. So as a DACA recipient and assistant district attorney, I am a DACA recipient, a prosecutor, a husband, and a dad, and without a question, a patriot. So this was what, a judiciary committee? Was this recent?
Yeah, you see December 10th? That was yesterday.
So they had a hearing on what? On DACA recipients?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just saw it and I'm like, this is ridiculous. So his name is Fode Toure, and the way that it's spelled, it tells me that he's a Gambian man. And if he came over here from the Gambia and he is a DACA recipient, that means you came here illegally. I don't understand how he's the prosecutor in the United States of America. How did he pass the ethics board to get join the bar? It doesn't make any sense.
I am a DACA recipient, a prosecutor, a husband, and a dad. And without question, a patriot. My name is Fode Toure.
So that was just 11 seconds, but
how you a patriot in a country where you breaking the laws?
Well, DACA is usually the kids who were born here at a young age, so they didn't have any say so, as opposed to anchor babies. they were born here to a parent that came here legally. So either way, DACA is like, okay, you came here, you didn't have any say so. So he didn't break the law if he was underage. You know what I'm saying? However, I need to do a little bit more research in that, because what is your point? And so I don't know what the DACA recipients fall under when we're looking at the Trump administration when they take office on January 20th. You know, do they fall under the mass deportation or
they should? What's the difference between the DACA kids and the kids that are being brought across the border right now?
Well, the DACA kids, because they were raised here. They've been here, let's say, for over 10, 20 years. They came here as a kid. So it's like, okay, they already assimilated as American. Basically.
You going home, Dana? You are a mother. I'm a mother.
But what if the DACA kids, right? They're in college and being productive.
Go build your home country. If you and me put our children in the car and we went to go rob a bank today, okay, we got $10 million in the car. The police pull us over. They're not going to say, oh, children, you all keep the money because you're children. You all get to benefit from the crime of your parent because you're a child. No. Your parent committed a crime. You don't get to benefit from that crime. Our children don't get to benefit from the crimes that we commit. So these are real live criminals. Now, they're children. I'm not saying that they were children. They had nothing to do with it, but they're still here illegally. If the rule is they got to go, you got to go. There's no difference between them and the kids coming over here now. They found a 4-year-old girl who was trafficked up here by herself with a note to meet her parents. And then they put her all on the news and then call a number on the phone and ended up taking the little girl to whoever was waiting on her up here. No difference whatsoever. As American people, world, please do not have sympathy. This is how these loopholes get into.
Well, I do have sympathy for the children that these parents are sending their kids 10 years old, by themselves with these coyotes being human trafficked. That's what it is. Let's just call it what it is. I do have sympathy for the children.
I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them, Dana. I'm not talking about that 4-year-old, because that's wrong. And I'm a mama. So I feel sorry because you don't know what that baby went through. I was giving her water.
Yeah, but one second, I saw a video of a 10-year-old. The coyote left him and he was stuck in the desert. I think it was Arizona or Texas, but he was already crossed the border. So thank God the Border Patrol found him. You know, I don't like that. And then, but see, that's the problem with this open border. That's
the problem with DACA. That's the problem with DACA, because DACA magnetizes our country for children, for illegal children. You see what I'm saying? If they pass DACA and they say, okay, now you all can stay, if you're here for 10 years or whatever, now people are going to start sending their kids to tell them to lay low for a little while until you get your papers. Like, we cannot do this. And then what also happens with DACA, like at least up here, the DACA people said that they wanted to join the police force and all that kind of stuff. They want to work in the Chicago public schools. So now undocumented people can be the police. Undocumented people can work in the schools through this DACA loophole. No more loopholes. Y'all going home, okay? Your parents came up here, they chose to come here the wrong way. Y'all gotta go, just like anybody else that came here the wrong way. I can't do anything wrong in the United States and not be punished for it. So why are we making these people a whole separate class of people with a whole different set of standards that we are just bending and manipulating in order to make them whole at our expense? Remember, mass immigration hurts Negro wealth. So I love the Negro way more than I can have sympathy for any foreigner. And that's why, again, I'm so serious and so firm about them going home. It's time to go to work. I was driving down the street today and I saw these guys standing outside, and I thought to myself, y'all brothers about to get factory jobs in a couple months. We're going to need people to work. We going to, all able-bodied people got to work. One guy told me today, an older gentleman, he said it used to be, if a man don't work, a man don't eat. Now it's if a man don't work, he can get link. And link is what we call food stamps up here, Illinois link. So if you don't work, now you can just go get a link card. There's no incentives to go to work. So we got to re-incentivize work. We got to make work available again, make work function again, and we got to get these people out of here that are working on these jobs. That's it.
Let me just say this though, just for the record, Trump, he has not come out and say that he will deport DACA.
He said he's going to work with them. This is my opinion. Yeah.
So I just want to say we're not trying to say, oh, Trump said he's going to deport. This is our opinion and stuff like that. So yeah, and then he has not, and I'm pretty sure he will probably in January issue a mass deportation plan. That will be rolled out. And one thing I do like about this administration, they will be very transparent with what they do. So P. Ray, listen, thank you always.
You're welcome.
Tell people about your organization and the name of your organization and how they can support you, reach out to you, and contact you.
So I'm P. Ray of Chicago Red. We are a civic educational organization that focuses on raising people's patriotic self-esteem. The goal of the organization is to help people understand that they deserve better, and better exists through the choice of the ballot. We're here. We do all of the moves. You see us at City Hall. You see us at Trump meetings. You see us greeting Holman. We are the ones who are pushing back against this forced progressive agenda that's literally hurting everybody, because all roads in America lead to Chicago, which means whatever happens in Chicago is going to permeate throughout the rest of the country. So we're doing our part to save America. If you want to support us in any way whatsoever, please go to chicagored.org, drop a donation. We got to pay for everything. We don't have and a lot of people think, oh, P. Ray, they must have, when you talk to Trump, he must have given you a box of gold doubloons. No, he did not. Okay, we're doing this with a bullhorn and courage, because courage is contagious. This is an act of love, because love compels you to act. So because we love our neighborhood, because we love each other, because we love this city, we are not talking about it. We are about it. We will try everything. I know y'all see us and like, man, Chicago doing something else. Yes, we got to keep moving, keep it moving, keep ourselves on the forefront of the people's minds, because our self-esteem movement is working, y'all. I'm telling you, people are like, how are you doing this in blue Chicago? And I'm like, that's because I'm not pushing, geopolitical or the economy and all of this, blah, blah, blah. No. We're saying, wait a minute, remember who you are, American Negro, because you are as American as sweet potato pie, and none of this immigrant business is any of your business. You better focus on your Negro business, because we got Negro business to handle in our country, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. When you put it to the people like that, they like, girl, tell me more. Teach me something, because people, you don't know what you don't know until you don't know, or until you know that you don't know it. So yeah, we just educating the people and making the folks feel good.
Well, thank you again. I always appreciate you coming on, honey.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And listen, like I said, every Wednesday, I want you to come back. It may not be every Wednesday, because last week, honey, you was booked and busy, and I love it. But I think there's a lot of great, wonderful things that's going to be happening with you and your organization. And and I do believe the people of Chicago voices have been heard, and is going to see a lot of action in favor for the American people in Chicago. So thank you again. Love you to pieces.
Love you more.
I'm going to put the link to her organization in the comment section and in the description. So you guys, I want you to go and support P. Ray. Go to www.chicagored.org.
Yes.
Support. So thank you, P. Ray.
You're welcome. I love that hat. It's so cute.
Yeah. Well, this is Stetson, honey. And so now, because I live in Ohio, so now I'm like part of the Midwest, like you.
Welcome.
Yeah, and now I'm addicted to buying these hats, and of course, because Cowboy Carter, honey. Yes, I'm going to see Beyonce when she go on tour. I am part of the Beehive.
Girl, Beyonce might not be going on tour for a while.
I would. Don't play with me. Don't play with it.
I'm just saying.
That was the first thought that came to my mind, and I said, "Don't play with me, honey."
They got the Carters got a lot going on.
Oh, not really. Not just yet. I think it's not yet. I don't.
Did you research Tony Buzbee?
Yeah, I did. I researched his lying ass. He's the Ben Crump of Me Too. So, and I keep forgetting that white woman lawyer name, but he's just like her. Listen,
Gloria Allred.
Yes, her.
But you know, the state of Texas just hired him to prosecute the securities industry down there. So somebody thinks he's something, you know, if they just, you know, got him to prosecute the financial industry down there. So we'll see.
Why they because what? Because they want money. It's all about money and it's all about greed. It's not about just because he he is he wins civil lawsuits. So that means he doesn't have much courtroom experience with a trial. So that's two different things when you're talking about a lawyer here. He doesn't have trial experience, but he has lawsuit experience. So yeah, they that's why they got him on the securities or the financial probably, you know, cases down there. But it's all about money. It's all about squeezing wealthy people and the, you know, these powerful wealthy companies in the private sector.
True. All right, we'll see, you know.
We'll see, but honey, no, I'm ready for the tour. I'm ready for the Cowboy Carter tour. Don't play with me.
It's coming to you.
All right, P. Ray, I'll give you well, we'll talk. Thank you.
You're welcome. See y'all.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. All right. Listen, thank you guys. Let me go to my little super chats here. Can you guys please hit the like button? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. Like I said, Avenge the Ancestors. Hello, Dana. Love the hat. BBY. Thank you. And Walter. Thank you so much. I keep forgetting about my Christmas registry. And I just want Wilma someone. Dana, what happened? I thought you didn't like Beyonce anymore since she supported Kamala. Oh no, see, she got paid to support her. And you know what? She did not perform. She went out there and she spoke for 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I gave her a pass, honey. Cowboy Carter movement is continuing. Yeah. So no, I still love her. I'm still part of the Beehive, and I will be going to see her perform during the Cowboy Carter World Tour. Business as usual. Judge Brown said it best. Fight it. If you got the money and you have the army to fight it, fight it. And that's what Jay-Z is doing. We ain't talking about Diddy. Diddy is on a boat in the middle of the ocean by himself. And if I was you, I would fight this to the end. Deshaun Watson is not on the same level as Jay-Z. He's not connected like Jay-Z. That was a shakedown. What they're doing to Diddy is a major shakedown. And this is just one Jane Doe. Okay, we'll bring out the evidence because I ain't giving you shit. And he better not give him anything. That's how you got to treat these people like that. Don't be scared of people when they're big mouths. Don't. He is a civil lawsuit lawyer like Ben Crump. They don't know their way around a goddamn courtroom, even if the judge was guiding them. And Jay-Z lawyer is more powerful. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, we will see you tomorrow, me and the judge, for Man Up Monday. And hit that like button and share this video. And make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button for all notifications. So the money pimping is okay for Beyonce. I don't think she's pimping. Hi, Chris. I don't think she's pimping. You know, she's a heart. Beyonce may not be what you think. Well, I like the music. I like the artistry. I don't care. I could care less about the person because I don't know them. You get what I'm saying? I'm not, and this is one of the luxuries that I do, that I'm glad that I am in media, because I get to see what's real and what's not. I know how to discern, to approach things with discernment. You know, I know how to, I like your music. I like your work ethic. I like your artistry, your creativity. I love, because I went to her concert in last year. I love the way she puts on a performance That's it. I don't know her. I don't know what her husband into. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my business. You know, if I went around here judging everyone that I see on TV, like, no, because you know what? I don't follow them like that. They don't influence my character, my life decisions. You know, they don't influence me in that way. They influence a lot of people, let these celebrities influence their livelihood. So I enjoy her artistry, and that is it. So that's why I say I'm part of the Beehive. You know, so we'll see, honey. We'll see. But Jay-Z is fighting it, and he should. So right now, the empire, the Jay-Z empire, is intact. It is business as usual. And that's all I really wanted to break down and say. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you tomorrow night. Bye. Dana, did you hear what former NFL player Larry Johnson said? Bay said to a minor at JC? No. OG Patrice, you got my number, girl. Why you ain't call me or send me an email? No. And so yeah, celebrities don't like working class. They like anybody that's going to pay to see them perform. They do like middle class, because it's the middle class that's buying their tickets, because wealthy people always get in for free. So they love the middle class. So OG Patrice, no, a former net Larry Johnson said, they said, see, I don't do the he said, she said. As Dana with the data, give me the stats and the facts, not he said, she said. I don't play that. No, I did not, and I really don't care. I don't do he say, she say. All right, good night, everybody. Have a wonderful week. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. And shout out to P. Ray again. Love her, love her, love her. Bye.